There is the procession coming in now as you're watching miles of police officers come to show their respects. Let's just watch for a moment. You are watching the procession that has now come to a stop outside outside Rentschler Field and the Pratt & Whitney Stadium there where the funeral is going to begin. What we just witnessed was the saluting of the hearses, and then the family limos are behind that. Mayor O'Leary is here with me now, who's also a former police chief, and I'm also here with Father Donovan, who is a state police chaplain. What you expect is that they will bring out the coffins together, and at some point the families will escort their fallen loved ones.
That's what I would expect, yeah for sure.
And just watch this. I mean, we purposely wanted to just be silent for all of us to pay our respects, and for everyone at home who's watching, who's been touched by this. What are you feeling as you watch this as an officer yourself, Mayor?
A lot of sadness. You know, honestly, I mean, you just look at the totality of the circumstances and what brought us here, and it's just so sad and senseless and unbelievable. And it just reminds each and every one of us what police officers do for us every single day. You know, we live in a society that we take a lot for granted. And I think a lot of times we take our first responders for granted. This is a good reason why we should never take anyone or anything for granted when it comes to police, fire, EMS.
And Father Donovan, I know you've been through many funerals. That's part of what you do, is guide people through this process of grieving. But as you watch this enormous show of support, what are you thinking?
Well, the same feeling as the mayor, feeling of sadness. And also simply the fragile nature of human life, that someone is there and the next moment is not there. We all know, I think we all know the experience of death, but this is a unique and profound experience of death in the service of one's community. Those two men sacrificed their lives for their community.
Yeah, Lieutenant DeMonte was only 35 years old. He was full of life. Everyone loved to watch him dance and help young children. And Sergeant Hamzy, 34 years old. So both just at the beginnings of their life, making this so heart-wrenching and sad. As we see, there is Lieutenant DeMonte there, known for his love of exercising and dancing. They say he just lit up the room, and kind of a guy who was always in a good mood and lifted everybody up. So we were speaking with Patrolman Connor Hogan, who knew both officers, saying that they leave a hole that is just far too big to fill. But I do think it's nice to see the pictures of them smiling, the viral video of them dancing and lip-syncing in Bristol, to remind us of the humanness. And as you said, how fragile that was. There'll be time for the investigation. This is, of course, a very sad and troubling case. But right now, it's about remembering their lives and honoring them and taking care of these families who need the support. As we go back live now, we expect that the coffins will be taken out as we get closer to the funeral and its beginning set time of 11 a.m. Let's see what happens now.